Before the Grand Mughal Empire dominated India, before the Delhi Sultanate laid its foundations, there was one empire that set the stage for it all, the Ghaznavid Empire. But who were they? How did their expansion into India change the course of history? Let's dive deep into the rise of the Ghaznavids, their legacy, and their significant role in shaping India's future. In the heart of Central Asia, a series of Turkic nomadic tribes roamed the vast steppes. Known for their fierce warriors and strong military tactics, these tribes gradually expanded southward, into the lands of Persia and India. It was from these nomadic roots that the Ghaznavid Empire would emerge. Among these tribes, one name stands above all: Mahmud of Ghazni, a leader who would go on to carve his name into history with his ambitious campaigns. Born in 971 AD, Mahmud of Ghazni was destined for greatness from the very beginning. His birth was marked by omens and prophecies that foretold a future filled with power and conquest. As the son of Subuktigin, the founder of the Ghaznavid dynasty, Mahmud was groomed from a young age to lead and expand his father's empire. His early years were spent learning the art of war, statecraft, and the intricacies of governance, preparing him for the monumental tasks that lay ahead. Mahmud ascended the throne of Ghazni in 998 AD, following the death of his father. His coronation was a grand affair, symbolizing the dawn of a new era for the Ghaznavid Empire. The young ruler quickly demonstrated his capability, consolidating his power and securing his position through a series of astute political maneuvers. His early reign was marked by efforts to stabilize the region, fortify his defenses, and build a loyal base of support among his subjects and military commanders. After a series of political maneuvers, Mahmud's empire, the Ghaznavid Empire, was strategically positioned in what is today Afghanistan. But it was not just his military prowess that marked Mahmud's reign, it was his ambition. Mahmud's eyes were set on something larger: the rich lands to the south. India, with its wealth, temples and cities, became his target. But Mahmud was not just a conqueror, he was also a strategist, seeking to establish his power by carving through the heart of the subcontinent. From 1000 to 1027 AD, Mahmud led a series of devastating raids into India, each meticulously planned and executed with precision. His campaigns were characterized by their swiftness and brutality, leaving a lasting impact on the regions he invaded. Launching over 17 campaigns, Mahmud's goal was to plunder the riches of India. His invasions targeted the wealthiest cities and temples, amassing vast amounts of gold, silver, and precious stones. These riches not only filled his coffers but also funded further military expeditions and the expansion of his empire. The sheer scale and frequency of his raids struck fear into the hearts of his adversaries, earning him a formidable reputation as a relentless and unstoppable force. But these invasions were more than just about wealth. Mahmud sought to spread Islam, strengthen his empire, and establish his legacy. He saw himself as a champion of his faith, determined to extend the influence of Islam into the Indian subcontinent. His campaigns were often accompanied by efforts to convert the local population, build mosques, and establish Islamic institutions. Mahmud's legacy is a complex one, marked by both his military conquests and his contributions to the cultural and religious landscape of the regions he ruled. His ambition and vision left an indelible mark on history, shaping the course of events in South Asia for centuries to come. One of Mahmud's most famous raids was against the Somnath Temple in Gujarat, 1025 AD. This raid, brutal and controversial, left an indelible mark on Indian history. The temple, one of the wealthiest and most revered in India, was destroyed, and its treasures were seized. Though the devastation left by Mahmud's raids was severe, they would have lasting consequences. They laid the foundation for Turkic and Muslim rule in India, a presence that would evolve into powerful dynasties in the centuries to come. While Mahmud's raids were often violent, they were also catalysts for cultural exchange. These incursions, though brutal, opened up new avenues for the blending of cultures and ideas. The Ghaznavid Empire, under Mahmud's leadership, became a melting pot of diverse traditions and knowledge. As the Ghaznavids expanded, they brought with them Persian culture, language, and art. This cultural infusion was not just limited to the elite, but permeated various strata of society. Persian art, with its intricate designs and rich symbolism, began to influence local artistic expressions. The Persian language became the language of administration and culture for much of the Indian subcontinent during the medieval period. This linguistic shift facilitated smoother governance and helped in the dissemination of Persian literature and scientific knowledge. One of the most enduring legacies of the Ghaznavid Empire was their patronage of Persian literature and the arts. Poets and scholars found a haven in the Ghaznavid courts, where their works were not only appreciated but also meticulously preserved for future generations. Under Mahmud's rule, Ghazni became a center for scholars, poets, and artists. The city was adorned with libraries and institutions that attracted intellectuals from far and wide, fostering an environment of learning and creativity. Persian became the language of the courts, and the rich cultural exchange between the East and West continued. This exchange not only enriched the local culture, but also laid the groundwork for future interactions between different civilizations, leaving a lasting impact on the cultural landscape of the region. Although Mahmud's empire began to decline after his death in 1030 AD, his military and cultural legacy paved the way for future Turkic rulers. His invasions directly influenced the rise of the Delhi Sultanate, which would later dominate much of the Indian subcontinent. In 1206 AD, a general of Mahmud's successors, Qutb-ud-Din Aybak, would establish the Delhi Sultanate, marking the beginning of centuries of Turkic Muslim rule in India. But Mahmud's influence wasn't confined to military expansion alone. His efforts were part of a long history of Greek, Persian, and Turkic influence in India that began with the Greco-Bactrian kingdom long before his time. The blending of Greek, Persian, and Indian cultures would continue to shape the course of Indian history. These ancient exchanges and influences laid the groundwork for the Hellenistic and Turkic empires that would later enter India, forever changing the subcontinent's cultural and political landscape. The legacy of the Ghaznavid Empire is complex and multifaceted. It is a tale of conquest, culture, and transformation that has left an indelible mark on the history of South Asia and beyond. While Mahmud's raids caused destruction and upheaval, they also served as a catalyst for significant cultural and religious changes in the region. These invasions contributed to the deepening of Islamic culture in India, leading to the establishment of new architectural styles, artistic expressions, and scholarly pursuits. Mahmud's empire set the stage for the centuries of Turkic rule that would follow, influencing the political and cultural landscape of the subcontinent. The Ghaznavid Empire may have faded after Mahmud's death, but its influence can still be seen today in various forms. From the intricate designs of modern Indian architecture influenced by Islamic aesthetics, to the ancient coins that tell stories of a bygone era, the legacy of the Ghaznavids is woven into the very fabric of the region. Their impact is evident not only in the architecture and coinage of India, but also in the religion, language, and culture that permeated the subcontinent for centuries to come. The manuscripts and cultural practices that have been passed down through generations bear witness to this enduring legacy. Join us next time as we uncover more untold stories of history, religion, and politics. We will delve deeper into the intricate tapestry of our past, exploring the connections and influences that have shaped our world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the past. Your support helps us bring more captivating stories to light. If you enjoyed this documentary, please subscribe for more content on history, politics, and culture. Together, let's continue to explore the rich and diverse narratives that have shaped our world.